Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Raw Med NYC. I'm going to be cooking because there's literally no food in my fridge. I have bread and I have butter and some eggs that are not cooked. And I'm sure I can make like a butter sandwich or an egg sandwich and have it for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it would last me maybe like 3 days. And I don't want to do that. And I need to eat for more than just 3 days. So I'm gonna be cooking. So I'm gonna be letting you guys know some of the best tips I have for cooking in med school so that you don't spend a lot of money. I'm not saying that you should not order out. I think it's okay to do it once in a while, but me personally, tuition is thousands of dollars. I don't want to spend any more money than I have to. Of course, I want to treat myself well, but cooking is something I enjoy. And if you don't enjoy cooking, I encourage you to start tolerating it because you need to. You need to survive in life. But no, today I'm going to be baking some potatoes. I'm going to be steaming some broccoli. I'm just kidding, it's called broccoli, not whatever I just said. And I'm also gonna be doing one of my favorite dishes, pen al vodka. Anyone who knows me knows that I love pasta. If you do know me, you might be like, she loves pasta? I thought she loved chicken. I really do love chicken as well. But ever since I came to med school, I've had a newfound love for pasta just because it's so easy to cook. It literally takes like 10 minutes, and then there's just so much different combinations you can do. You can do linguine alfredo, you can throw some mushrooms and some spinach in there, which I will be doing with my pen al vodka. You can add parmesan, which I will be doing as well. There's just so much combinations. You could put chicken in it, you could put beef in it, you could put whatever it is that you want to put in it. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So the way I like to approach cooking is to try and have something in the oven. So that's why I'm putting the potatoes in there. And then while that's cooking, I don't really have to look at it, which means that I can focus on my things on the stove. So broccoli is pretty easy to steam. I mean, you put a little bit of water in the pot. It steams for like a few minutes and that's pretty much it. And then, while the pasta is cooking, I'm actually gonna cut up the broccoli, and then the pasta only takes like 7 minutes. This one is like pen, so it only takes like 7 minutes to get tender. So I'm gonna do that, and then when it's all done, I'm probably gonna saute my mushrooms, put in the spinach like towards the end, and then just throw the pasta sauce, pen al vodka sauce in there. It's al vodka sauce. This one says la vodka, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's al vodka, but whatever. Whatever. And then I'll throw the pen in there, and then call it a night. Honestly, it should take me no more than like 50 minutes. I'm gonna check the potatoes probably like 20 minutes after it's in. I'm gonna put it on like 400 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I'm so serious. Like, do not put your potatoes on 400 degrees Celsius. I don't even know if that's possible, but like, don't do it. So yeah, and we'll go from there, and at least I will have something to eat in my fridge until I cook later on this week. Okay, so I just finished my potatoes. It literally took like 5 minutes. I just tried to like cut them in halves because I feel like it's gonna cook faster. I'm pretty sure it does. And of course, I sprinkled some olive oil lightly, and I tossed it. Usually you can toss it in a bowl, but I just tossed it in here. And then I put some seasoning on it. So adobo seasoning, black pepper, basil, and my favorite, literally one of my favorites, is oregano. Absolutely love it. So right now I'm gonna put it in the oven, and it's gonna chill there, and we are gonna start on the pasta and the broccoli. Okay, so just a little tip, I do have a timer. I suggest if you're new to cooking, get a timer. I put it for 20 minutes because the oven is still heating up, and in about 15 minutes I'm going to want to check on the potatoes just to like turn them around, flip them, whatever it is, and make sure that they are not burning. So it's just really helpful to keep time and make sure that you don't forget about your potatoes or whatever it is that you have in the oven. Okay, so the broccoli is steaming. And one thing that I did, I checked the timer, so it was about like 14-ish minutes. That's like for the potatoes, but I know that when it's around like 10 minutes, I'm gonna like check it like every few minutes to see when it's around 10. So I can check on my broccoli, because a common thing that I do, I say I'm gonna steam broccoli, and then by the time I take it out, it's like soggy mush. So I don't want it to be soggy mush today. I'm determined to get it right today. Okay, so likewise for your pasta, if you've never like cooked pasta before, or just if you're cooking like multiple things at the same time, keep in mind that like having a timer set for one thing, if you need to check other things at a specific time, I'm not saying that you should have multiple timers, but you just want to make sure, like maybe you should even have like a clock around you to make sure you're checking things when they're supposed to be checked. Like this says it's supposed to be done in 7 minutes for it to get tender. That is like the pasta. But of course you can always come back every few minutes and just kind of like take a fork and test it for yourself. Look at that broccoli. Looks so good. It doesn't look like mush this time. I touched it with a knife and it didn't feel like mush. So, I mean, it didn't look like mush from when I touched it with a knife. So the pasta is still boiling, the potatoes are still in the oven, and this is already one side done. Okay guys, so I decided that while the pasta is still boiling, it's literally almost done. I'm just gonna go ahead and start, how do you say it? Like sauteing, or like caramelizing. I think I still said it wrong, it really doesn't matter. My mushrooms so that they're pretty much ready to go. And I'm literally gonna check the potatoes in like 2 minutes and see how those are looking. So the potatoes kind of look like they're almost done. I'm gonna put that back, I'm gonna put them back in for like 10 more minutes, probably not even, maybe like 5 minutes, and then just turn off the oven and they should be good. So I guess the whole reason I kind of stress like learning how to cook for people I know that really don't know how to cook, or they're still kind of like iffy about it, is because you just save so much of money. Again, like I feel like med school costs so much money. Like you literally don't even realize how much money you're spending sometimes, especially when you go out to eat. And I think again, like enjoy all of that stuff, like live your life, you know, enjoy, eat, dine, whatever. But at the same time, I think cooking is just literally like a life skill. Like if you are a pre-med student wondering how to save money in general for the rest of your life, I'm telling you, like please start learning how to cook. Start with like simple things. Start with things that you like. I think for me, I've been learning how to cook for literally like years, like at least over a decade. I come from a Caribbean household, and it is common that by a certain age, like, you know, you just definitely know how to make certain things. So I've definitely gotten to experiment with my own kind of like health journey. I know the kind of like spices and seasonings that I like, and I'm still kind of like figuring it out as I get exposed to new things. And it can be fun, even if you don't really enjoy cooking. I think you should just really have like a positive attitude towards it, because again, like you should just be able to feed yourself like at the end of the day without always having to spend money. So I realized I forgot to set the timer again for the potatoes. I'm literally just gonna check it in like 2 minutes and probably turn the oven off. When I touched it the last time, most of them felt pretty soft. Oh man. I don't know if you've ever experienced Penal vodka, but like this is giving me life right now. Absolute life right now. More life than I already have. I literally might need more sauce as I'm like pouring in these noodles. I didn't even do a full box, I did like less than half. I don't really eat a lot. You guys can't even see my face. I don't really eat a lot. That is just who I am. So the reason I add my spinach in last is because if you've never cooked spinach before, it literally like shrivels up. So please do not like put it in to saute with the mushrooms if you try this. If you cook anything, like unless you're actually cooking spinach, then save it for the end, or else you're gonna get some really small wrinkly leaves and you will be sad. I am telling you now, you will be disappointed. I literally have a special grater just for Parmesan cheese. Oops, let me turn this stove off. I forgot it on. So, wow, I'm grating on the wrong side. How sad. I'm not a cheese fanatic. I think this would be better if I was eating it right now, because by the time like this cools, you know, the cheese will definitely be in there. I'm gonna like mix it in, but I'm not gonna taste it as much as if I eat it right now, just in my opinion from like doing this in the past. I think my record time for like cooking pasta is probably like 30 minutes. And like doing like a few other things with like including like cleanup and like setup, which I think is like perfect. It makes it like a perfect during the week kind of thing. If you're really busy and you're in between meetings for like club stuff or like a lecture or like Anki, like, you know, Anki, whatever it is, I think this would do like just fine. So that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I gave some helpful tips for those who are wondering how you can save money when you come to med school, and I hope I gave someone an idea for how to do a quick meal or how to do like a few meals, a few dishes in like an hour. It literally took me like an hour. Probably it would take less time if I was not trying to record this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys next time on Raw Med NYC.